This episode is brought to you by CarterComics.com. It's your one-stop shop for all your comic needs, whether it be graded or raw. Carter Comics has got it all. All you gotta do is go to CarterComics.com, fill your cart up with all their amazing comics. Use the discount code FREAKNET, FREAKNET. Save you 10% at checkout. Not only on their website, but also at their eBay account. And the link to eBay can be found on their homepage at CarterComics.com. Again, CarterComics.com is your one-stop shop for all comic needs.
It's time! It's time! It's JFW time!
Hi guys, it's the time for us in the ring with the greatest faction in podcast history. Just Freaking Wrestling, the JFW Podcast, hosted by Travesty.
And I am Nubby, the Amazing Turtle.
And I am the LIM beer drinking champion, Pacman.
By your intro there, Nubby, I take it the match didn't go your way on Saturday.
I guess not.
I mean, he didn't mention the co-GM of Rocket Pro. He didn't say sole GM of Rocket Pro, so I'm guessing something happened.
Some stuff, some things.
Awesome. Well, I do look forward to hearing about the show. I'm looking forward to hear what we got for NWA, and of course, RPW is coming up this Saturday. So,
You mean ARW?
What did I say?
We said RPW.
Yeah. We already were there. If you were there, Travis, you'd have known that it was last Saturday. Just saying.
Yeah.
You could have been inducted in LIM too if you were there. Just saying.
LIM 2?
Yeah, it's our sequel brand.
Excellent, yeah.
Yeah.
The better one? Yeah.
2 lovely, 2 intoxicated, 2 men. And it's a group of 2 men. It's you and somebody else. Well, to be determined.
I don't have a whole lot to say outside of the match cards. Well, actually, I got nothing to say. You guys have everything covered.
Yes, I do.
Is there anything wrestling related that has happened that you guys want to discuss before we dive into match cards and results and all that shit?
Sure.
Go for it.
So, did you see the supposed rumor that WWE is paying Eric Bischoff to bury AEW?
I didn't see it. That doesn't surprise me that it's a rumor. I know it's not true, but yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Who said that? Meltzer?
I don't think it was him. I thought Dax Harwood said that or made a reference to it. But it's like, does Eric Bischoff really need to be paid to bury somebody? He's gonna bury you no matter what. Are we really getting that desperate, AEW now?
Well, nothing else they're saying and doing is working.
Right. I mean, if Jim Cornette doesn't need to be paid to bury anybody, why does Eric Bischoff need to be paid? I mean, he's gonna do it.
Yeah.
He's been doing it way before AEW. So, sorry guys, nice try.
We're talking about the guy that challenged Vince McMahon to a fight on pay-per-view. He's going to do what he wants.
Yeah. And he understands everything. Like, his whole focus when he talks about wrestling is the business. And he knows that WWE is doing business well. And he sees what AEW is doing and he disagrees with it. It's no different than, and maybe Kevin Nash is a little bit biased because he's, best friends with Triple H and shit. But, I mean, even Kevin Nash is saying the same things. Like, yeah, I think on one of his recent podcasts, he was talking about how, like nothing makes sense. And it actually, he said what I kind of joked about before we started recording, is that he said that he was watching AEW and he doesn't understand the belts that are popping up in AEW. And he kept going off like, this person has a belt and this person has a belt and this one and this one, this one. But the thing is, it's like when you look at it, it's like they're Ring of Honor belts, they're AEW belts, they're New Japan belts. It's like one show, there was like 9 belts showing up on AEW. it gets goofy and it gets confusing, especially like when you have Ring of Honor that's supposed to, in my mind, logically should be completely separate from AEW. Kind of like how NXT and WWE are, like, yeah, have a crossover once in a while, but I mean, you have AEW guys holding Ring of Honor belts. Like, why? Like, you don't need to do that shit. It makes no fucking sense. But even AEW has too many fucking titles and shit. I think they got like 7 or 8 of their own.
Yep.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I haven't been a huge fan of AEW since they fucking started, just because there's nothing there that really draws my attention. It's WWE light. It's WCW. That's I think that's why I keep saying it's 96 WCW. Right before it got really good in fucking 97. It's like right there, and it just won't fucking do anything. But no, I don't think Bischoff is out there fucking, cashing checks from WWE.
No, I mean, I haven't heard him getting a Legends contract or anything. Bischoff is doing well on his own, and he doesn't need to be paid to bury anybody. And it's not like he's burying AEW. He's being honest about it. I don't always agree with everything he says, just like with Jim Cornette. Well, I disagree with a lot that he says, but Eric Bischoff is actually has a better mind than anybody else. Yeah, some might argue that he might have been part of the demise of the original Crash Tested, but I could also blame the network that was part of it. But at the same time, Eric Bischoff went one-on-one with Vince McMahon. Network-wise. Yeah. So go fuck yourselves, people.
I am surprised that they didn't have Bischoff part of the draft, like being one of the guys to make one of the announcements. Just because I really do like his theme song, and it's always nice to hear it like once in a while.
I think he's quite content not doing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the press conference from Backlash at all?
No.
Nope.
I should. They are entertaining, but they the last question, which was fucking dumb. They had time for one more question before the Kentucky Derby started. And the question that the guy asked was, he was asking about the release of Drew Gulak and if it has anything to do with the Ronda Rousey shit. And you could see in Triple H's face, like, wow, that's a stupid question to end this on, but whatever. And he answered it, and he said, what the guy said, like, he's like, according to this place and this place, this is why he was released and shit. And Triple H said, like, well, what I would recommend is, finding a viable source to get your information. And they talked about how Gulak wasn't released, his contract just wasn't renewed. And like how they let people go all the time, it just happens. I'm sure deep down, like, maybe it was part of it. Like, it's better to just, brush it to the side and get rid of the problem. And then instead of, bringing it to light. But it's just interesting how, like, Triple H is like, no, he didn't get released. He just didn't get renewed, And honestly, when was the last time Gulak did anything that anyone makes memorable of?
I don't think he was really that memorable anyway. And even if, like, that wasn't the reason why they, he didn't renew it, you hear all these other stories that he was a dick.
Yeah.
He was problematic, so that's why they didn't renew it. Now, when it comes to this Ronda Rousey thing, I mean, we're kind of assholes if we don't believe it, but she's been on a fucking tirade about everything anyways, so what is there to believe?
Well, it's hard, especially when you're a guy in the world. You could either, if you don't believe what they're saying, then you're victim blaming.
Right.
And you become the fucking bad guy. So it's hard to talk about shit like that because, like you just said, you can't talk about it because if you don't side with the right people, you become the wrong fucking person on the side of the story. Mm-hmm. I mean, I read articles. I read what she said. He fucking sideswiped some fucking ties to her sweatpants or some shit. It's like, who fucking knows? You know, it's like if they came around and said like, oh, he fucking pantsed her in the fucking hallway, huge fucking red flag.
Mhm.
Right.
Like if he brushed her, bumped into her by accident or some shit. I mean, whether it's the case or not, we don't know because we weren't there. You know, the only people that know what happened is Gulak, Rousey, and anyone who was around them.
Yeah.
You know, and you could only go and kind of like what the reporter did. You know, he's going off of, you know, notes and stuff that he's reading online and exactly what happened and shit. It's no different than, you know, people reporting what CM Punk did in fucking London than what Punk said happened, and then AEW trying to fucking, you know, get some, you know, views off of it, get some fucking viewers on it, and reveals that what Punk said is true and what was written was kind of fucking false. You know, it's really fucking hard to really find out who's telling the truth and who's not. But at least from my perspective, if you listen to fucking like what is Bubba Ray's fucking podcast?
Busted Open.
Busted Open. I mean, I think their shit's more believable than anyone else. Mm-hmm. Fucking Eric Bischoff, when you want to look at the business side of it, is, you know, better than anyone else. But when you look at Meltzer and maybe like what PW Torch maybe or whatever, like they're still trying to bring you the shoot side of the business, but I think they're almost like work shoots. You know, it's like, you know, like we're, you know, this is what's really going on, but it's like it's not really going on, but from the perception, it's what's going on. It's no different than what we do here when we talk about independent wrestling. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes at Rocket Pro Wrestling or ARW or CSW and shit, but I could give my opinion based on the perspective of what I see. And if people want to believe that, they can. If they think I'm full of shit, then I very well could be. I'm hardly wrong, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
That guy. Let's dive into ARW because I know a lot of shit happened at Rocket Pro Wrestling, and I know we're gonna spend a lot of time fucking talking about it. So let's do the ARW. Let's do the NWA results first. Let's get those out of the way because I mean I'm sure there's some stuff at ARW that's gonna happen I want to talk about too, and I don't want NWA to get lost in the shuffle of everything.
Right. I got you.
Yeah.
Sure. So NWA had a show this past Friday out in Highland Park? Something like that up there?
I don't know. Fucking every other neighborhood up there has the word park in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Highland Park.
You are right.
I think there's a Hyde Park too.
Well, I do have it written down, so you would think if I just look at my notes from that right in front of me.
Yeah, pish posh. If there's one thing you learned about notes on this show, they're very fucking inaccurate. Fucking Rion showed us that fucking last week, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, and I will say, I'm sorry that the information that was put out there was incorrect, but it seems like the shit that was wrong, it wasn't match based. It was just like, I guess what the procession or the way the lead up to the main event. That was what the big issue was, right?
Right.
Was the situations that happened.
Twisting
and I get that
certain events, yes.
Yeah. It's like it wasn't wrong. It was just not in the right order, correct?
Yeah. It was misplaced.
Okay. Yeah, and I get that, you know, Rion has to look at it from you call him an executive of the company or you call him a liaison, whatever the fuck it is. I get that he wants people to know that there was no harm coming in any situation for people that were there. And I completely get that and shit. I did feel bad when I saw I don't know what the fuck you call it, the Cupcake Lady, Ace, whatever her fucking name is. I did feel bad when she sat there and said that, you know, she's sorry that it happened and she won't fucking do it ever again and blah, blah. And I hope that she's not serious about that. And I hope she continues to fucking help us out to get us the notes and everything because it is a huge benefit to us and we are grateful she's doing it. I don't think Rion was attacking her in any way and I hope she doesn't feel that way about it. But you know what? Things do happen. And, you know, honestly, if getting the information out there and even if it's wrong is so bad, we could just not fucking talk about it. I don't think that's any better. But, it's, we can't make every single fucking show. It's just not possible. Rion's right. Make it to the show and we'll be able to talk about it. And he's 100% right about that. But I can't make every single Saturday and Sunday of my life, at a wrestling show. There's still things in my life outside of JFW that I need to do. Some of that's freaking that studio stuff, this freaking show stuff, life, So if we had to come down to either not talking about the results of shows that we're not at, or giving the information we can, I'd choose to give the information we can. And if it's wrong, correct us. But yeah, no, he was definitely right. You do have a fucking like resting bitch face on you when people are fucking talking to you.
Okay. So, and I will say this, I know that was sort of a confusion. I was not mad. It was more of a what the fuck just happened? What did I get wrong? And I'm just like going through everything in my head of like, okay, now this has happened. I'll respond to it later on once I've thought through it. But we also have, LIM stuff that, is going on. So like, I was just more I caught off guard would be the best way of putting it. But, after the fact, all the information was clarified. We talked a little bit off air. Everything's good. And, we're just moving on.
I don't care if it was good or not. Dude, even if he was truly fucking upset, I mean, it's like I said, like it's not like we got the results wrong. It's not like it's not like we're sitting there saying like, oh yeah, so the drunken guy with the fake title won the gauntlet, so now he's the brand new fucking champion. It's not like we went out there and did that shit. We just got the order of some things mixed up. Knowing Rion from what I know of Rion, I'm sure he was more focused on the information being right than being upset that the information was wrong. Like he fucking, co-hosts a show with Steve on a weekly basis. He sees firsthand that things are misspoken and misinterpreted constantly. It just fucking happens. Oh, and by the way, Steve calling fucking Nubby a bitch, horrible. Fucking rude. Fucking rude.
He actually forgot he said that.
I didn't.
Well, I didn't.
Now, easy there. We do got that C-Red truce still in play right now.
That's fine. I'm not attacking Steve. I'm like, Steve called fucking Nubby a bitch. And I'm just like, whoa, what the fuck? It's like...
It's fun. It was fun. It was a funny situation, though. And let's just say it was... My reaction to it was more of a... I'll say kayfabe side of it. I had explained that to him, but so the situation did get blown out of proportion, but we don't need to get into all that. We can talk about that off air because there might be some people that listen to this show and the Power Hour, and they might do what they always do and take words and make up their own and start more shit like they tried to do.
Yeah, it's better Steve doesn't do that.
Hey, for once it wasn't him.
Yeah. No, it's
no, I was actually surprised to find out that, I mean, yeah, we have a lot of listeners, and so there's the Power Hour, but apparently we have listeners that listen to our show that watch the Power Hour, and things kind of blew up more than they should have, and I think some people need to chill the fuck out.
Yeah. Well, and I do hope that's the case, that we have fans on both sides that watch both shows, and that's one of the biggest things. Like when I sit here and I tell people, it's like JFW, I want to focus more on talking about match cards and results and shit like that, the current events of pro wrestling, because Steve does focus on doing interviews with wrestlers. It's like there's no point in both of us doing it if he's doing it over there, And if I do interviews, it'll be with, guys who are retired, guys who are done, at the end of their career and shit, because Steve does a great job talking about active fucking wrestlers. So the idea of us having the same fan base, fucking perfect. But yeah, no, people who, here's the thing. It sucks when people blow shit out of proportion that they're not, first off, involved in, but don't know the relationship that we all have with each other.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, and to quote a very horrible man, it's good shit. You know, sometimes because me and Steve get along now. We've always gotten along. There's always been hiccups and shit. But people enjoyed when I had issues with Steve and called him out on it, and vice versa, because people love controversy. What did Bischoff say?
Controversy creates cash.
Yeah, so it's like having like when people personalize it, that's where it becomes a fucking problem. And let's be honest, fucking the LIM brings out the worst in fucking people. It's just how they are. Shut up, you idiot. People, it's just how it is. You know, people like are surrounded by these fucking morons, and all of a sudden everyone just gets a little bit dumber in their fucking minds. You know, it's like they ooze intoxication into the fucking, you know, ethernets, and then people just get all goofy and shit.
Like
I've never. Shut up, I'm talking. It's because I've never been like this until this moron fucking jumped in here.
You mean this better idiot? Available on tpublic.com?
That's right. You know, if you search idiot on tpublic, it's the third thing that pops up. So just so everyone knows. It's not always a bad thing though. When you could get a group of people like the LIM that can just create this feeling in people to just make them act a certain way in a goofy way, it's fine. I was a little bit disappointed about the amount of LIM members on there, though. You know,
now, in what way?
Last time you were on, that fucking Nick dude was there. Fucking Danny could have been there. Nubby could have been there. Chet could have been on there. You had the core group, which was awesome. I just felt like with it being LIM, the sequel or 2.0, whatever the fuck you want to look at it, I just expected more. You guys grew so much. But when you look at the before and the now, there's less people, so it doesn't seem like that growth was really there. I think I was a little more excited to kind of get that amount of people. And I know Nick is off doing his shit, doing whatever, and Danny was busy with work or whatever the fuck. I get that people are busy, but to have more members, I guess, is what I was kind of looking for, especially with it being a Rocket Pro Go Home show, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, and that's something not just, you know, that was asked on Power Hour, you know, you just brought it up, and I've heard it from other people. So just know I hear everybody. Stay tuned.
Yeah. Oh, and also, the fact is that he even asked where Nubby was, and you're like, he was invited. Like, you threw him under the fucking bus. Like, oh no, he couldn't make it tonight. He wanted to be here, he just couldn't fucking make it. You know, I invited him.
That was in the midst of the what just happened with the other conversation. I was like so thrown off still. That's a shoot. I was still factoring into my mind what the hell was going on, but it's been resolved. I watched the episode back. I get it now. So yeah. But
yeah,
it was still at that moment of confusion.
For a guy who's been a co-host of the fucking Power Hour for almost a year now, you sure as hell acted like a brand new fucking guest of the Power Hour, man.
In that moment, but we got there eventually.
Yeah, it was a good show. Anyone who hasn't watched it yet, go check it out and everything. Again, I still don't know the proper way to search the fucking Power Hour on YouTube. Just go to FreakNet Studios, look at the featured at the bottom and click there. It's a lot easier. And subscribe to me while you're there too. Fuck it. But it was entertaining. And you guys did a great job reviewing Rocket Pro Wrestling, just like we did a great job reviewing Rocket Pro Wrestling, just like the Lovely Intoxicated Podcast did a good job reviewing Rocket Pro Wrestling. It's weird how out of those three shows, mine wasn't shared for Rocket Pro Wrestling, but it's fine. It's whatever. I'm not bitter about it. Anyways, NWA happened over the weekend. What happened there?
So we had a match between Daisy Kill and Steve Boz. Daisy Kill got the win, and according to Steve, he cheated.
Steve Boz cheated?
No, Daisy Kill cheated.
Daisy Kill?
Daisy Kill.
Okay. How'd Daisy Kill
Cheated.
cheat?
Don't know. There was just some cheating.
Daisy, like the flower?
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay. Cool. I in my mind it was a women fucking wrestler. Okay, my bad. There's me
No.
assuming 2024. Gotta be okay with it. Hey, Steve, what do you do there? What does Steve do for NWA? Was he? Do you say he was a announcer?
ring
Yes.
announcer.
For the whole show?
Yeah.
Yes.
Good for him. Fucking A. Did he come out to taste it?
I don't know what if he had an entrance or whatever.
Yeah, they don't put this stuff on YouTube, do they? Or,
I believe it ends up on that app they're on.
Give me 1
Oh.
second. Let me look into that for you.
They're
guys.
on I forgot the name of it.
it's not Fight, right? Fight or
No, not
Fightful or
Fight.
whatever.
It's like one of those cable channels, but it's the app version.
Let me see. I will never do that again. It still doesn't
NWA
say.
Mobile.
NWA Chicago.com, TV tapings, CW?
CW, yeah.
Is it on the
Oh.
CW?
It's on the CW app.
I see.
But I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure that show makes it on there, but don't quote me on that. So if somebody from NWA, like Steve or even C-Reg, can correct me if that show makes it on there.
Well, Pax, you're gonna be on the Power Hour tomorrow.
That I will with Whiplash.
I'm sure they'll probably talk about it at some point, but if they do, find out exactly where they're at, where they released the show on, and also find out for me if Steve had an entrance, because I am curious.
I'm gonna use my Ryan Matthews timeout head for that purpose specifically.
There we go. Because I'm excited for you not to do it, for me to fucking question you next Monday on why you didn't do it.
I'm gonna remember this time.
Just be like, oh, I guess I forgot. Oh.
I'm gonna remember.
You know. Okay, so Daisy cheated, picked up the win over Steve.
Yep, Steve Oz, yeah.
God.
The Soul Touchers.
Oh, real quick, one more time. Don't mean to interrupt. Who gave us the results?
Steve,
thank you for giving us the results. I appreciate it. Okay. I just want to make sure we give credit to where credit is due. Thank you, Steve, for giving the results of the show.
So the Soul Touchers. Acid Jazz and Marche Rocket. So good for Acid Jazz to, recover from whatever happened to him at SCW and get back in there and start whooping that ass. Because him and Marche picked up the win over the competition.
What's that? Oh, God, how do I ask this without fucking breaking kayfabe? Who's that tag team there? Those fucking big black dudes in the masks.
I cannot.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know who you're talking about.
That's the name of the tag team. Okay,
yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
I cannot confirm.
They are who I'm thinking they are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I do want to book that match though. Soul Touchers against them, yeah. Or even the final level. If I was still GM of Rocket Pro, I would have made it happen. But whatever.
Did C-Red come out with the Soul Touchers or no?
No, he did not. Not that I know of, because we were going to get to that part, because the Magic Jake Gauntlet took place, and it was Sabotage who defeated Chico Suave, then Rafael Quintero, and then Miles Mercer with C-Red.
Oh, damn.
So that might answer your question.
Nice.
Sabotage beat all three men and went to face Magic Jake, who ended up getting the win over Miles. Or not Miles, Sabotage. So Magic Jake won his own gauntlet that he only had to wrestle one person.
Good for him. Awesome.
Then we had Lily Pascadita getting the win over Amina Belmont. Axel Rico.
She needs a title shot. Wherever the fuck she wrestles, Pascadita needs to fucking be a women's champion somewhere. She is too good not to be the head of somebody's fucking division.
Right. I agree. Axel Rico defeated Brian Idol, and from what I heard, Axel Rico also cheated. It sounds like a lot of people will be cheating in NWA.
Yeah, it's Chicago. It's all a bunch of criminals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
yeah!
I'm going to need help with this name.
I got you.
The last name. Tiffany, is it Neves? Huh?
Tiffin.
Stratton.
No.
No. That's WWE.
Yeah.
How is it spelled?
Nieves.
Wait, spell it again? Nives?
Nieves.
Naive?
Naives? I don't know. Well, anyway, Tiffany defeated Natalia Markova. EC3 retained the NWA Heavyweight Championship over Mims and Pardua, who I believe was accompanied by C-Red. I am not 100%, but C-Red has managed Pardua before.
My guess is if Steve is the one that gave us the results, if C-Red came out with someone, he would definitely make the note of it.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Because Steve's not going to not talk about fucking C-Red.
Right. Then we had, I don't think this was the main event, but it's the way I was given the notes. Joe Alonzo retained his junior heavyweight title over Charlie Adams. After the match, C-Red came out to preach to Chicago about Joe Alonzo. So it seems that as if he aligned himself with Joe Alonzo. Then Billy Corgan walked on out and sets up a triple threat match for the junior heavyweight title for June 28th. It will be Joe Alonzo, Charlie Adams, and Miles Mercer.
Ooh.
But now I question, was he really preaching to Chicago about Alonzo? Like, he was praising him, or was he going against him? Because if Miles is in this match,
I'd make a note to ask this question tomorrow, Pax.
I will. But cool to see Billy Corgan there. Tony Gabagool is a big fan of the Smashing Pumpkins. I'll explain that off air. But if he's listening, he'll get that.
I do think it is cool that Corgan is showing up at these shows. I don't think he'll probably be at every single one, but the fact that this is one of a few or many territories he's trying to start up for NWA, it's awesome that he will fucking pop up from time to time.
I can assume he will, especially with the champion be there too.
Well, what's the number of territories he's looking at doing?
I am not sure.
Okay.
But there are 3 right now, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
We'll just have to keep an eye out for it, because I would like to consider NWA part of the talks that we do here on because it's cool, because NWA is kind of like in the middle of like televised and independent shit, so it's like it kind of works for what we're doing here. So we'll have to do some research and make notes of what territories are open and shit. Oh fuck, maybe we'll get Billy Corgan on. How does Steve not fucking interview Corgan yet?
Maybe
be
Corgan's a busy man, or maybe that is in the works and we just don't know about it yet.
Oh, that's true.
I mean, now Steve is best friends with EC3. Why doesn't he have him on there?
Jesus, come on, Steve.
In the words of Kyle, do better. Just kidding.
So I did listen to Fourth Mother Box today, and yeah, I can confirm there is a new soundbite, and it is he creamed me.
Yeah, I did hear that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got creamed, and yeah, I heard Nubby's story, unfortunately, too.
But see, let me just say this: I knew what I was doing when I texted him that. I thought he was recording Jedi Talk at the time, and I was more looking forward to hearing Brad's reaction to it. But they already had done the podcast hours prior.
Mm.
They were doing it like live at Batu, so there were a lot of people there, and they probably would have made the announcement in front of thousands of people, but it was too late. But they got on Fourth Mother Box. Kyle is back in the States performing Alaskan Pipelines these days. So
yeah, that fucking.
That I'm just saying, Alaskan Pipelines sound really shitty.
Go ahead, Nubby.
Definition.
Fucking shut the fuck. Go ahead, Nubby.
Well, that was the end of NWA Chicago.
Awesome. Do we know when the next show is going to be? Is it monthly? Show? Do they plan to do a monthly?
I think it's every other month right now.
Gotcha.
The next one is June 28th.
Okay. We'll just have to make a note of that. Cool.
It's in the notes right now. Maybe one day I'll turn the page and it'll be there.
Here I am on the road. We were on the road again.
Here I go. Okay. All right. Awesome. Let's dive into ARW then.
Cool. ARW.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ARW presents. I don't want to say the name.
Undeniable. It's okay. I'll say it.
Appreciate it.
Hey, listen, man. Just because it's the word doesn't mean it's relevant to the people you have a problem with. It's just a name.
Well, I do have a problem with the guy who calls himself Undeniable as well. So.
That's true. Yeah. Wait, are you talking about Diamond or are you talking about Saint? I'm
talking about Diamond.
Okay. Well, then what's wrong with McDiamond?
He's a dick.
I mean, yeah.
I thought his name was Karen.
Yeah, Karen Diamond.
Karen the Richard.
Karen Diamond. Richard Diamond.
Call him Karen Wagner. You know what I mean?
Dick Diamond. That's a good name.
Dick Diamond.
God, that'd be a sin.
So ARW Undeniable is this Saturday. I'm petty. What can I say?
It's fine.
Is this Saturday, May the 11th, at the American Legion Post 100, 1899 Central Avenue in Lake Station, Indiana.
I'm sorry. What was the name of the show?
Undeniable.
It's like you're about to throw a fucking very expensive necklace into the fucking ocean.
It's been 87 years.
Doors open at 6 p.m. and bell time is 7 p.m. Tickets are $15.
I need to know why they're not doing these shows at the school like I thought they were going to.
I want to maybe say they're still making it show ready, or it's just right now it's just going to be at the school. I mean, they must have a good deal at the American Legion anyway, so.
I was thinking if maybe it was a concession-based thing. I don't think I've ever once bought concession. No, I did. I bought concessions at ARW once. I don't know who the fucking kid was, but he was awesome because he gave me fucking $18 back on a $10 bill. So I mean, it was awesome. But
well, he's fired now.
No, I gave him the money back. I looked at him, and I was very, very travesty. I mean, I was like, "Hey, man, I just bought a bottle of water, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "How the fuck did I make $8 off of this?" He looked at me like I was stupid. I was like, "I gave you a $10 bill, man. He gave me $18 back." He's like, "Oh fuck." I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool. Here you go." Twit. Now, this was like a year and a half ago. So I mean, if he's still fucking, I mean, he could be selling concessions. I don't know. Look for a fucking tall, dorky looking fucking kid like Chet, but fucking a little bit shorter. Doesn't sound like he's gonna fucking, pillage and plunder fucking villages.
I always say he kind of sounds like Andre the Giant. Like, listen to Andre and listen to Chet, and it's very close.
Don't tear apart Andre like that.
Well, I mean, Chet's tall. Andre was tall. But most people are tall compared to me. But yeah, anyway.
He's on my fucking short list of people who could fuck off.
Short list of all people.
Yeah, he's right in between fucking Santino and everyone else. So okay, anyway, so ARW fucking at the VFW this Saturday. What can we expect at
What was the name of the show again?
I don't think I can do it again. Let me do it this way. Undeniable.
Undeniable.
All right,
fun fact. That's the name of the show. There we go. That's the name of this episode.
Write that down.
Turtle is undeniable. That would be some fucking clicks, I'll tell you right now.
But it's read by undeniable.
Yeah, that's right. I'm going to have to put in parentheses, talk like old woman on Titanic. Talk like a dumb bitch who won't share the door. Match card, Nubby.
Hey, speaking of bitches, Nick Diamond, who is the ARW champion, takes on James Creed.
That's no way to talk about James Creed.
That's why I said Nick Diamond first.
Oh, sorry. I thought, best first and get it. That's awesome. Hey, rematch, right? I mean, cool. Hopefully, fucking, he has better luck this time around than he's had over the last several months with championships.
Well, as long as Chet doesn't say.
Let's go, Creed!
Fuck you, dude. Oh, God.
He's the one that's jinxing him, so.
Creed's gonna win, and then he fucking loses. I don't know what the fuck it is, yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's okay not to like every fan. It's I don't know. You know who my favorite fans are? The ones that leave me the fuck alone. Those are my favorite fans. People who acknowledge me from afar, that's it.
How do you feel about ones that dress like giant end of year awards, such as Smiley McGee, aka Giggles?
You mean CR Giggles?
CR Giggles.
Fucking CR Giggles. Best fucking name that kid ever fucking had, and he has like 7 of them since he became the honorary Oos.
There's honorary Oos. There's Gila Monster. There's Smiley McGee. There's Coat Rack. There's CR Giggles. There's Rocky the Sentient Nova Award. Dude's got more repackagings than a Reese's cup.
God, you were right there. What?
Maybe you put them away for later, I couldn't think of anybody, so
wait,
that's why
who opens a Reese's cup and
look,
doesn't finish it?
Look, if Tony Khan can compare Pepsi to Harvey Weinstein, I can compare wrestling repackagings to chocolate bars. I have a system.
Man, you were right there. I was on board with you until you fucking fell off.
I Pac-Maned it.
You went hard to the paint and fucking nosedived into it, man. That was, dude. First off, I'm impressed. Well, remind me to tell you my opinions on the fucking Nova Award thingy when we get to it. No, Chet's an idiot. How do I feel about fucking the costume? Amazing, but we'll talk about that when we get to that. Absolutely, I thought that was fucking incredible. It's the only thing I fucking enjoyed out of the live stream because I didn't have to fucking listen to it. I could just see it. Go ahead, Nubby. So Creed gets his title opportunity against fucking Nick Diamond. When did he lose that? January? Creed lost it in January, right?
I think so. January or February.
I know it was during the Royal Rumble, but I can't remember if they did the Royal Rumble in January.
That was
no,
January.
I think
That was January.
Was it January? Okay, so
Yeah.
I mean, it took a few months for him to get his rematch. So I mean, who knows? Maybe he might be ready. But I mean, I see Creed every month at SCW. Dude's not giving his fucking shoulder time to fucking heal, and I think that's a lot of his fucking downfall. Also, I'm sure he's fucking a little scatterbrained at the fact that fucking Terry Allen's walking around with his championship. So
yeah.
So awesome. I'm guessing I think Diamond's gonna retain, but I got all the hopes for Creed that I can.
Well, as long as you just don't say he's gonna win, because that's what happens.
Well, I can't say it'd be undeniable, but we'll see.
Donovan Marcellus plans on addressing his future at ARW.
Why is he leaving? Wouldn't that be nice?
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it be nice if we were older?
I mean, it could be a setup too. Who knows?
Yeah. That song played constantly on the stages at Nickelodeon. What were you saying?
It could be. He could. You broke him.
I know.
He done broke the Pacman.
Holy shit, I'm crying.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Is Donovan still like spewing shit on fucking Facebook? Because I haven't heard anything about him lately.
He's been quiet lately, so
Good.
I don't know for sure what's happening with him. I mean, maybe he is leaving. Maybe he realized Nick Cutler was too much for him, or I'm sorry, Nick Carmen. He was too much for him at the last show, and he just said, "Fuck it, I'm done." I mean, it is Nick Carmen, so.
Man. I think what the problem is, I think what he realizes, which a lot of people are starting to fucking realize, is that between us three, there's a lot of people in this business who actually like us. So when you get assholes who want to fucking badmouth us to fucking people, and then they get shut down by those people, they fucking kind of adjust themselves. I mean, look at the workhorses. I haven't heard one bad thing about us in a very long time from them.
Yeah.
I think it's because they learned that, we're not going to go away just because they want to throw hissy fits while breathing through their fucking mouths.
And I got a cupcake from them.
That's right, you did. You got
It was
a cupcake.
a good cupcake.
And the thing is, when you could peel back the bullshit that they, sit and spew to, I'm talking about the workhorses now, spew to the fucking fans, when you could get past all that, they are decent in the fucking ring. Like you can sit there and see like, okay, well, they're winning the titles because they actually kind of earned them. But when you mask all their fucking wrestling ability with the bullshit they fucking say, it really gets lost. And I'm sure Donovan could be a great fucking wrestler, but him, just like Chavez, it gets masked by the fucking bullshit that they try to fucking throw out there to be a fucking bad guy. It's like deep down, it's like you could talk about it, but if you're not about it, no one gives a fuck. So, it started with the workhorses. I got over it. Then it became Chavez, and I got over that. And now it's fucking Donovan. It's like, cool, talk all your shit, but no one gives a fuck, man. When you still have to fucking be home because you got a curfew, no one is fucking intimidated by you, bro.
Treated.
You're just not.
Still shopping at Baby Gap.
That's right. Anyways,
hey, you know what? I thought I saw him there, actually. Funny you mentioned that. 'Cause I too shop at Baby Gap.
Do you? Do you shop or just browse around listening to fucking Wouldn't It Be Nice If We Were Older?
Yes.
Yeah. God damn. You ever hear a song called Mr. Tinker Train by Ozzy?
No, I don't think
Listen
so.
to I'll play it for you when
Okay.
we're all said and done. That and that Beach Boys song are the two grossest fucking songs in the world. But the problem is they just have a nice fucking sound to them, but the lyrics are just gross as fuck. Anyways,
We'll be listening.
yeah, for those of you out there who are huge Ozzy fans, I enjoy Ozzy too. Tinker Train, no. Fucking no. No. When your song starts out, would you like some Sweeties, little girl? No.
Ooh,
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little bit fun creepy, but I will play it for you when we're done
Yikes.
recording because it's just like, But the problem is the fucking, and I'll use a fucking young person's term that maybe Donovan will fucking probably still uses as he goes to fucking Saturday schools. The song fucking slaps. Just saying.
Are you saying it's got some Riz?
There we go. It's got all that Riz all over your face. A big fucking warm pile of fucking Riz.
What'd you turn into porno Scooby-Doo?
There we go. I don't know what you fucking said, but I heard porno and then I'm in.
Porno Scooby-Doo. Isn't that what he would say?
Who?
Porno Scooby-Doo. Like a Scooby-Doo. Anyway.
What fucking videos are you watching, bro?
I'm just trying to add to what you're saying, but I
can just
didn't
imagine
do a
this
good job.
motherfucker going onto his phone, going to Pornhub.com and typing in animated dogs. Like, what?
And then I'm like, oh shit, I'm on the wrong website. I meant to go to YouTube.
Yeah. In my head, you're exactly where you wanted to be.
Hey.
Fucking nothing but Scooby-Doo and Underdog all over the fucking place. I get it, man. Hey, I don't judge. I totally understand. Anyways, Nubby, what else has happened at ARW?
Undeniable.
The tag team titles are on the line. As the family.
Yeah, that's right. They won.
Yeah, family will be taking on Jake O'Neill and Danger Mask match. That's a mask match. This match was supposed to
mask.
This was supposed to.
Puppy power.
There we go. That's what he says right before he fucking covers his hand over it. What?
This match was supposed to take place last month, but a couple of people decided to jump Danger Mask and Jake O'Neill, and they were replaced by Youth Gone Wild.
Did they ever figure out who jumped him?
Nope. I still have that theory. I still think it was them.
Yeah, right.
Just like I think it was them that jumped Marche Rocket, even though others think it was the Three Rings, but I have my suspicions. They have theirs.
It's it's cool that like Jake O'Neill's like almost becoming more of a mainstay in ARW.
Yep.
Because I mean this is the most I've heard about him in the area for quite some time. So I think that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm sure he fucking still competes as well as he does back in 2007, 8, 9, 6 and shit. So but he doesn't have the dreads anymore, but yeah.
Right.
Awesome.
So you could say he's a little lighter on his feet without the dreads.
Ayo.
Even though he was pretty high flying back then, but
oh yeah, him and fucking Mustafa teaming up and shit. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah. Let's see here. Ooh. Judas Chavez will be explaining his actions from last month. From when him and his crew, a Cult Classic, jumped on Greg Glover.
It's a bold statement.
What, jumped on Greg Glover?
Yeah.
Bold?
It's fucking bold, bro. Yeah. If I remember right, Glover's like that fucking jacked up fucking dude, right?
Yeah, he's pretty jacked up.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure fucking Judas probably get his fucking ass handed to him if he fucking stepped in the ring with him, but He's a big fucking dude, and I think I think Creed beat him for either Creed beat him or Cutler beat him in a title match. The fucking dude almost was champion at one point.
Yeah, Creed beat him.
Yeah, so.
But yeah, I remember it was the entire group that beat down Glover. So
yeah, he's not the one with the spaghetti or some shit, right?
no, that's CMOS Dave.
That's CMOS Dave. Yeah, he's also a big fucking dude.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking about height, Pacman. Calm yourself.
I'm aware.
Yeah, sure you are.
I'm aware. I'm 5'4" on a good day.
Well, speaking of that cult, Josh Moon, who is a member of the cult, will be taking on Brendan Balling. JPH will be taking on Dave Allen. Now, in an interesting dynamic, Monster 747 will be taking on Ivan Manson.
Really?
Yeah.
This is his first match back from retirement, right?
I guess his first official match, since he, I want to say he left the family or went on his own, if you will. So we'll see what happens. And I guess he's got something to prove now. Different era of Ivan Manson these days? I don't know.
Well, that's what I got to get with him to do his part 2 interview. So hopefully I get some answers from that.
True that.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Let's see. We got Isaac Slate taking on Machine. Good luck, pal.
Have I ever heard that name before? Isaac Slate?
Yeah, he was. I believe he made his debut 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Or it might have been last month. I can't remember.
Newcomer or new to ARW?
New to ARW. Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
Then we have Muggsy James. Will be doing an Indiana State Open Challenge.
You gotta fucking step in that ring, Turtle?
I mean,
Ooh.
I could.
All right. I mean, get yourself ready for that fucking RPW championship match you have on my birthday.
It is on your birthday, isn't it?
That is on my birthday, yeah.
What a way to celebrate a birthday if I can,
Right.
win that title,
Right? I can turn 35 as you're fucking dying, yeah. I mean, I got it. Yeah.
Passing out in the bear hug.
I have one thing to say. Uh-oh.
I got one thing to say. Uh-oh. What?
Yeah, uh-oh.
SpaghettiOs? What the fuck you saying?
It's a tricky opponent, that Steve Michaels.
Yeah, but, I mean, fucking dude, Turtle's got that fucking shell. He's not gonna bear hug him. Come on now. Yeah, how do you bear hug a fucking hard shell? You can't do it. Unless he breaks your fucking shell, but...
I've been in a ring with big guys before.
Yeah. Yeah, but once he fucking cinches into that bear hug, that fucking shell's not going anywhere. Yeah, you'll be fine.
A little bit of turtle wax, and I'll be slipping out every time.
Right? Yeah, I mean, so what if you're not fucking general manager of Rocket Pro anymore? By the fucking time Rocket Pro comes back around, you could be the fucking Indiana State champion and the Rocket Pro heavyweight fucking champion.
Yeah.
Fucking Turtle 2 belts.
Turtle 2 belts. Turtle 2 belts.
I don't think I've made it that far yet, though. Like, I would have a belt and then lose it, but then get another belt, but never 2 belts. I came this close before, but
You did.
Mm-hmm.
could almost had 3 belts, but that didn't work out.
Man, I gotta get you some more fucking Twin Turtle fucking matchups, man.
Yeah, come on. Get us on that, talk to Flat Top. Get us a tag title shot against, Dysfunction or something.
Yeah. Yeah!
Yeah!
I'm on it. We need more Twin Turtle.
We do.
Who's Muggsy's doing the open challenge. Who do you think is gonna answer the open challenge?
Well, we still have other members of Cult Classic.
Could be the former champion.
Could be. Or the Workhorses. They're not even listed on the card. Like, well, duh. Wade Evans is the former champion.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you Pacman, you think it's Doink?
I think it could be Doink.
Yeah.
Very well. You never know when that crazy clown is going to show his face in the Midwest.
Yeah. A Freebird? Maybe it's a Freebird.
Could be. Which,
By the
way, every time me and a Freebird are near each other, shit happens. Bad shit happens.
Well, turtles are natural prey to free birds, so that doesn't surprise me.
So, if we remember, I was sitting behind Tristan Hayes that time at ARW where the chair incident happened. Then this past Saturday at Rocket Pro, the hard cam platform fell. It just fell down. And me and Tristan Hayes were kind of like right next to each other. We just looked at each other. I'm like, why does this happen every time we're around each other?
Wait, so you're nearby when that fucking chair shot happened?
Yeah, I was right behind him.
Faction Slayer. Faction Slayer, bro. People think it's not real. It's fucking real, man.
But anyway, yeah, that is ARW. Undeniable. Saturday.
Weren't you refereeing the match where fucking the Hate Keepers fucking split up?
I believe it was the start, but they were
Faction
still kind
Slayer.
of. They were still together though. Like when I retired,
Yeah.
I guess they were still together.
But there was already issues forming.
Yeah, there were issues forming, but that was more like what the fuck is his name? See, I forget his name every time. That main hate keeper. Now I'm gonna go back to my notes.
It's fine.
So there.
Conan Lycan.
There we go. The former CSW champion.
Former CSW champion. He didn't want help, and it just seemed like I repped every match he had. But that could be why he's not champion now, because I haven't repped his match.
That's probably true. Faction Slayer.
Every time he retained, I was his rep.
We had to go through and find out every faction you destroyed so I can make the fucking Nubby Faction Slayer t-shirt. Because I want to list them on the back. Oh, God, it's going to be fucking beautiful. Did you say that was it for ARW?
Yeah.
Nice. Solid fucking card. I'm excited to see who's going to step up to the open challenge. Could be Max Sinister. I mean, why not add another title to his fucking run here?
Yeah.
Awesome. I did look because I do remember that Pow did have a match or a show over the weekend, but there isn't any results posted, so we can't run through them. But they do have a show coming up on May 18th. So, or no. Yeah.
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 Okay. Let's dive into Rocket Pro. This is what we're here for, isn't it?
This is the big finale, Kicks on 66, which was this past Saturday in Joliet, Illinois. Devin August came out to the ring.
Hold on. Let's talk about Fan Axxess first.
Oh, yeah. I was part of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other people were part of that.
Other people were part of that. The LIM.
Yeah. It's okay. I was a part of it. I was a part of it. Oh, yeah. I did that. I did it all. Yeah.
We were part of it.
I did watch
as LIM.
I did watch the live stream. I love how you gave yourself a longer fucking entrance than everyone else. I thought that was cool of you.
Look, I was just playing to hard cam.
Yeah. No, I got you. Yeah. No, it's not. I get it, man. Yeah, no, it's cool. You're the champion, right? You should get more time.
I was playing the hard cam and had a show. I had a point at the Kicks on 66 sign. It's like WrestleMania sign.
Absolutely.
Because Kicks on 66, RPW's WrestleMania.
Gotcha. So who did you interview? What happened? I'm sorry, Nubby, you gonna say something?
Speaking of the live stream, because I did watch the replay and I saw some comments. Fuck you, Danny.
Oh yeah, Danny was in the comments.
You know what I like most about Danny? When he said, "I wish Danny was there."
Yeah.
Who the fuck are you, dude?
Former LIM beer drinking champion. The guy that I'm going to beat June 4th at Wrigley Field, because I remembered what you said last week. If I don't look at the camera, then my promo time gets cut off. So I'm being consistent. Okay, promo over.
It's just kind of weird because that's why I imagine the fucking girls on your side that webcam see when you fucking are watching them.
How'd you know?
Because I know who you are.
Oh, that's true.
So briefly, because I do want to kind of deep dive into Rocket Pro Show, but briefly talk about your live stream and also I guess the live show. It's not a live stream, but the live show. Break down some of the highlights of it, but also talk about Fan Axxess as a whole, who was there as far as workers and shit like that.
Right. So I'll actually talk about who was all there. Turtle was there. LIM's very own Turtle was there. I have to remember that now.
I mean, how would you forget it?
I have to make sure I make that clear that I have not forgotten that Turtle is in fact a member of the Lovely Intoxicated Men.
Even though you just had to say I have to remember that, like he's an afterthought. C-Red
was there.
LIM member.
LIM member C-Red was there. LIM member Sean Danger was there. Main event Steve was there.
How is Steve not LIM member yet?
That is a good question. Something we got to think about, I think.
Yes, I don't know.
It's something we have to vote on. We had Captain Dave there getting inducted into LIM. Bill Shelley was there to get inducted into LIM. Sean Danger was there. I believe I mentioned that already in case I didn't.
Yep, you did.
The Undeniable were there. The Idols were there. Just Damian Gray and Kevin Cade. Koa Laxmana was there. I'm trying to recall from memory who else was there.
Steve Stone.
Aaron Stone was there.
Yeah,
Timmy Too Sweet was there.
Baseball. I think of baseball. Yeah. Aaron Stone was there. It was cool. He did the opener for you. That's pretty awesome.
We had to have a little disclaimer at the start of that, and that was courtesy of Jimmy Kimmel. And Timmy Too Sweet did our introduction as well with Mr. Stone. We had a lot of guests on the stage, some guests that we had planned, and some people just stopping by to say hello.
Well, I know I saw Saint.
Saint did come by. He ripped up Tony. He ripped up Tony Babagul's artwork.
So there was two different Damians on that stage that tore up property of two LIM members.
So, well, technically, yeah, because Damian Gray did rip Double J undershirt off. But that's kind of on him for losing because, I mean, that is the hottest member of LIM. If you're going to rip off his shirt, you're just setting yourself up for failure.
True.
In the pose off. We had Sentient Nova Awards coming by to help promote the show, which Shogun had a very, very fun reaction to that.
Dude, and congrats for getting a fucking costume like that so quickly. Good for you.
All right. I'm going to kind of peek behind the curtain. We've had that since like March, and we've been trying to figure out what to do with it.
Oh, that just makes it more weird.
So we just put it on Josh.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
See our giggles. Fucking it.
See our giggles.
Okay, so who is officially now, as of Saturday, new members of LIM? Fucking Captain Dave and Bill?
Captain Dave and Bill Shelley are now official members of the LIM.
How are the fried Oreos?
Did not get a chance to try those, actually.
Oh, I'm sure they sold out quick.
I'm guessing they did. But from the people that I talked to, I believe Josh had some, Smiley had some, and he said, they're pretty good.
Gotcha. How was your interview with the bear hug?
That went very, very well. No one got bear hugged, so I always count that as a win. I was very, very careful with the way I worded my questions because I know that was something that Maximus had warned me about. So I was very, very sure to carefully calibrate the questions that I was going to ask. Simply undeniable, Steve Michaels. The biggest surprise was Shogun coming on stage in the middle of that. And getting to talk with him was also very cool. Getting to talk to Shaq Jordan was awesome. Koa came up. We got some of his thoughts on the title match. And Youth Gone Wild ripped up Baba Ghoul signs as well. So we had some plans. We had some surprise guests. And I'm very happy with how it all came together.
Question is, though, did you stick to your time?
No.
Yeah, that's all right.
but that's okay because people were entertained and there was the pose off, I think, probably got the biggest reaction of the whole event. If you would have seen, you couldn't see it on camera, but if you would have seen my mom, she was like crying, laughing so hard. And that's the kind of reaction that I knew something like that might get. Dizzle J presented the idea of calling out Damian Gray for the pose-off. I'm like, I know you guys have some history, so if you want to do that, you have my okay to do so. Do whatever you want. I'll just get music ready just in case he accepts.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad Ma had fun, but fucking Dizzle J's gotta be careful, man, because he's got that fucking sex appeal that will fucking reverse fucking menopause. So, next Fan Axxess is September, right? Harvest Havoc or whatever the fuck.
Fall Brawl.
Fall Brawl. Harvest Havoc is next month. Yeah. Okay.
It'll be the Nova Awards. And
yeah,
now
when do the polls come out? August.
That should be if last year's anything to go by, I believe that went out mid to late July. But just stay tuned for the Rocket Pro Wrestling Facebook page for that information. And also stay tuned to the Rocket Pro Wrestling Instagram, where there have been some questions on the Instagram story about who the fans want to nominate for different categories, because there have been a few requests for ideas that have come out there. So stay tuned to both Facebook and Instagram for information on that.
Instagram? Perfect.
Instagram, yeah.
Perfect. All right, cool. Let's talk about the show.
Let's do that. So, Devin August and Eric Schultz came out. Now, Nubby, I know you could provide me a little perspective on this. Where was Skylar Reed? Because I know he was supposed to be there to call him out.
Yes, he was, and I cannot confirm my sources are correct, but there may have been a slight chance that he was attacked during the week and he couldn't make it. Like the moment like it was announced, like something may have happened. I am not sure. I assumed he was gonna be late to the building. But then I found out he wasn't there and there was nothing I can do at the time. I didn't think to maybe call him, because once that show started, I was focused on not doing my GM job. I'll admit that I was not focused on doing the job that day. I was focused on keeping my job.
Right.
So I didn't think to message him, call him, but I've heard rumblings that there might have been an attack by Devin August and maybe Eric Schultz. on Skylar Reed, and I don't know if it happened during the week or the day of, but it seemed suspicious when Devin August came out. So.
And he does seem to be a fan of X-Men 97 because he did come out to that particular theme. So he debuted his new music, which is the X-Men theme. Now, as Devin August was talking smack to the crowd, Shogun came out and said that since Skylar wasn't there, he had an opponent for him, and it was one of Shogun's students, which was the debuting Maya Karas, who came to the ring. Now, she was a very, very strong presence in the ring. This was her first ever professional match, I believe so. And the crowd was really, really into her. Devin, tried his best to get around that, but Devin could not get past Maya's strength. And despite attempted distractions by Eric Schultz, Maya Karas won her first professional wrestling match against Devin August.
Never mind.
Next, we had for the Intercounty Championship, Joseph Von Jaeger against Jesus de Safia. My voice cracked there. I'm still going through puberty at the tender age of 29. Apparently.
Wouldn't it be nice if you were older?
It's okay because Kyle still hasn't gone through the first stage of it.
Oh, so I'm well ahead of him. Very good. I've gone through at least 2. Anyway, there's a wrestling match, and
the first one didn't take.
It explains why I'm so short. But both Von Jaeger and DeSafio had Star Wars themed entrances, and Von Jaeger was able to retain against DeSafio.
Good for him. That's awesome.
Next, we have the triple threat between Shaq Jordan, Grin, and BOW. Ringmaster came out to the ring to the Star Trek theme on Star Wars Day.
He would do that.
Which pissed off Rat J Flywheel.
Yeah, that's your boy.
Yeah, that'll be fine. He'll hold a grudge. It's fine. Yeah. You'll hear about 5 years later, say, yeah, we don't really get along. You're like, cool.
And Grin defeated Shaq and BOW by pinning BOW.
I watched I did catch glimpses of that via the Facebook. It looked like a good fucking match. I'm sure Steve wasn't too happy about Grim winning, but
no, I didn't hear the end of it until the end of the night. It was finally over. He finally got over it.
Yeah, and congrats.
What?
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say C-Red was just relieved that, Grin was done for the night, I think. Yeah. That's my guess.
And congrats on Giggles getting a picture with Grin. Good for him.
Smiley met Grin.
That's what I just said.
Yeah. But Smiley met
CR Giggles,
Grin.
Yeah.
Yeah, CR Giggles met Grin.
CR Giggles, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Next, we have TDC versus the team of Bucky Collins, Hartenbauer, and their mystery opponent and new coming RPW roster person, Everett Benson. I think that's the technical term. I completely blanked on Superstar for a second.
Wait, what did you just say?
I called him RPW roster person.
Oh, solid. That's going to be what they're called from now on. That's the thing, yeah. Brand new to the ARW roster person. Excellent.
Yes.
Fucking the debuting IPW roster person. Fucking perfect.
Undeniable roster person. That's the show
No,
title.
undeniable roster person.
Fucking new to the JFW store. I am the newest roster person.
Yes.
I dream to one day be a roster person. Jesus Christ. Did Christian Rose sit ringside?
Christian Rose was at the bar, I believe. Yes.
Gotcha. Now, okay, so who's Everett?
Everett is part of Team Overall, which would be Bucky Collins and Hartenbauer and him. That's their trio team name.
Is that a Dreamwave thing?
That I am not 100% sure of.
Okay.
But
so, okay, cool. So what happened? I'm assuming Rose had to have fucking got involved at some point.
So TDC, he stayed out of the proceedings, and TDC was able to defeat that team. Now, after the match, Team Bucky, Hartenbauer, and Benton tried to beat down TDC. That's when Christian Rose came out and tried to save them. But then Christian Rose was beaten down, which then led Brooks Berna, Deshane, and Connor Hopkins to come to Rose's aid. And TDC is back and reunited. And they enjoyed a nice night at the casino, courtesy of me.
Courtesy of you?
That'll come out. That you'll see shortly what that means. But they know. Yeah, they know. Anyway, the fatal four-way between Gunner. Actually, I'm jumping ahead. Koa, Aaron Stone, and Steve Michaels. Right as the ring announcements are made, Gunner Brave comes out and cashes in his Rocket to the Top briefcase. So it became a fatal four-way match. Now, Undeniable, towards the end of the match, came out to take out Aaron Stone and Koa. But then Shaq Jordan comes out to fight off the Undeniable. Or actually, let me rephrase that. Undeniable. But then hits Gunner. But then Shaq went to go. He had the briefcase and hit Gunner Brave with it. Because of what happened to. That was March. When there was a miscommunication between Shaq and Gunner.
Mm-hmm.
So then Steve Michaels took advantage of that, pinned Gunner for the 1-2-3, and retained the title, and now it goes on to face Turtle at IPW on May 26th.
Well, Gunner wasted an opportunity there.
Next, we had Turtle's match. LIM member Turtle had a match on this show. Now, LIM member Turtle, who did you face in said match on this show?
Well, since we mentioned it probably about 4 times on this show already.
Yeah, I just want to make sure my bases are covered.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I wrestled a guy known as Samian Taint.
He's kind of strikes me as like a crappy landlord.
Yeah.
And
or
this
he kind of reminds me of my old supervisor.
Oh, treated.
He was a dick.
Now, Damian Saint in this match was for the sole GM-ship of Rocket Pro Wrestling.
Yep.
Now, Turtle, when you saw Damian Saint wearing the Shredder tank top, what thoughts did you have on that?
Oh, first thing was where's Splinter? All it did was make me more pissed at him because now he's just trying to mock me. So
now,
add fuel to the fire to the fight.
Now, during this match, there was something that happened, and I know you and I had talked about it after the show. But something happened. Somebody came out from under the ring.
So as I was about to beat Damian Saint, shell shocked him. I stunned him. Now, mind you, my knee was still bad. So when I stunned him, I kind of went down. So I did not get to pin Damian Saint right away. Now, when I finally realized that I had to go pin him, he was near the ropes. I went to go grab him. I was too late. Slow like a turtle. It happens. I went after him and fought him some more, beat the shit out of him. Took him to the announce table, slapped his head on the table, threw him into the post. Now, right there, that should have been enough. Maybe one more stunner or even a shell shock should have got it. Now, as I was about to get back in that ring, as I hopped up, something was grabbing my foot. Now, mind you, it was the foot that was worked on the entire match. So you imagine the pain I'm going through as I'm trying to get back in the ring and someone's pulling on it. And I'm trying to get back in there, but all of a sudden the bell rang. And then conveniently the figure stopped pulling my leg. And the match is over.
So Damian Saint defeated Turtle because of this mysterious man under the ring.
Could be a man, could be a woman, it could be a dinosaur. I don't know.
Could be a Muppet.
Ooh, fucking Muppets. You know how I feel about Muppets.
I don't know. How do you feel about Muppets?
Wait, fuck Muppets. Fucking look at Chet. So hold on. So you lost the match because of a 10 count
Yeah,
by somebody holding onto your leg, but you don't know who it is?
right.
Dude, I'd crawl over to that ring and just start swinging. Fuck it.
Well, I was getting ready to, but I happened to notice, and when I realized that the match was over, I was looking at the referee. I was actually trying to tell the referee to stop because someone was interfering, but look, I get it. I've been a ref. You don't see everything. For all I know, the ref could have thought my foot got caught, and that would have been my own fault.
Yeah. You know what the roughest part of that situation is, though? Is that the moment that bell rang and you lost, you have no authority to restart that match.
That is the bitch.
What a kick in the genitals, man, you know?
It was. Now, the thing is, I saw in the corner of my eye as I was arguing with the ref, I saw something go to the back. I was able to catch a glimpse of the shape, and I have my suspicions on who it could be. Now, if it's someone in... No, J-Beck would probably fall like he always does.
He fucking crumbles the cookies leading the way.
And that's the way the cookie crumbles.
That dude with a cane still falls no matter what happens.
That fucking dude looks so much like the villain, well, the fake villain in Iron Man 3. The fuck was his name?
Trevor Slattery. But he was,
I don't know.
Being the Mandarin.
The Mandarin, yeah. I keep wanting to call him the Mandalorian, but that's fucking Star Wars.
That is Star Wars.
Yeah, every time I fucking, like when you were doing your interview with J-Beck before he creamed you, I'm just looking at it, I was like, is he fucking interviewing the Mandarin right now? Like, what the fuck is going on?
You will never see me coming. Maybe that's a bad phrase for someone who I claim creamed me.
Yeah, he creamed you, yeah.
There we go, another soundbite. So
yeah, right. Come from the guy who owns his brother's ass, yeah.
Well,
so, as I saw the person,
yeah,
all I kept thinking about which undeniable member was wearing black that day.
Mm-hmm.
And I can only assume one person who was wearing black pants, and that's Eric Schultz. Because no one else from Undeniable was booked, everyone else was booked on the show except for Eric Schultz. Now, granted, he did go out there with Devin August.
Yeah.
And I believe he did interfere in the main event, or not the main event. Well, he did that too, but he interfered in the title match. Right, Pax? We discussed that.
Yes, we did.
And he was wearing black pants, so he could have just put a black hood on, or. But my question is, when did he get to the ring? And it's like, and now it seems very suspicious when Saint went out on that spot and that's that side of the ring.
Yeah.
It's like he was telling him to get ready for something. And he you know what? Maybe I felt for it. Maybe I even though I was ready for interference, I was not ready for that.
Well, I hope if there's any good that could come out of it, I hope that it was an undeniable member, like a current one, and not somebody new, because that group doesn't need to fucking grow.
No, and the bigger they are, the more I gotta slay them.
Yeah.
Speaking of slaying that faction, I did make an announcement after that match, after I stunned Saint to get the last laugh. I did a thing, while I was still GM, because I could do that. I could do things and stuff.
Nice.
And with the help of Shelly, if in the event that I would not be GM anymore,
yeah,
I would be reinstated as an active wrestler at Rocket Pro Wrestling. So, as of then, I am officially back as a roster member of, the active roster of a wrestler, and Damian Saint can't do anything about it.
Yeah, Turtle's back as a roster person.
I am officially a roster person, an active roster person.
Excellent. Fuck yeah, man. Well, I'm sure the fans can at least appreciate that. So that's awesome.
They did.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, some are probably happy that I'm not GM. That's fine.
Fuck them.
I still love you people.
Who's not happy? Is it somebody who talks through their teeth?
Probably.
Would they be someone who you might consider idolize a little bit too much?
It could be an idolizer. It could be, it could be just someone who actually likes Saint for some reason.
Somebody who has a fear of
Danny.
reptiles. Oh, Danny.
Someone who doesn't like Hawaiian bread. Someone who's going to lose his opportunity to get this title back June 4th at Wrigley Field. Yeah, I'm talking about you, Danny, and I'm cutting this promo directly looking at the camera because Travis says if I don't, I'm not allowed to cut the promo. So be ready, brother. I'm ready for you.
I love how when you talk about the moment you say, I need to look at the camera because it'll get cut off if I don't, you're still shifting your eyes away from the fucking camera.
But I'm still looking more at the camera. I'm doing a better job.
You're like, I'm looking right at the camera. You can't take my title, Danny. It's like, God damn. But I respect it. Nubby, you know what? I'm sorry that you're not GM anymore, but honestly, I prefer you to be a fucking wrestler and just beating people down and shit. I mean, it sucks, that Damian is gonna be sole GM again, and people are probably gonna fall back into the ways of his way or the highway. But hey, at least he can't fucking take your job away from you again. So
no, I mean, and he could probably make my life a living hell, but I'm a bigger pain in the ass. I told him on Facebook that if you thought I was a pain in the ass before, just wait.
You know what would have been a bigger slap in the fucking nuts? If he came out with that Chicagoland championship.
Yeah.
God, could you imagine if he fucking walked to the ring with that fucking belt?
Yeah, but who really wants to represent Chicago?
Oh, God, Chicago's a dump.
Danny does.
Fuck Danny.
I agree. Fuck Danny, and I'm gonna beat you at June 4th, Wrigley Field. You're done. You're done, son. You're done. And I'm done with that promo because I'm looking off to the side now.
Yeah, you are. I'm not even looking at the camera. I can tell you did.
I did for emphasis.
But enough about me. Let's go to the next match.
Yes. The Ringmaster came out and taunted Youth Gone Wild in the final level before one of two main events, which was the tag team triple threat match. Now, the one thing that I should note with this match is Youth Gone Wild did not just come out with Flywheel, they also came out with Boba Fett. And at one point, Boba Fett tried to use a thermal detonator on the teams.
Is it that thing that started beeping really loud and blew everyone up?
Yep.
God damn it.
But then Damian Gray and Kevin Cade came down to beat down Shogun and Marche Rocket, which allowed the three rings to take advantage of the tag team champions not being involved, and they were able to pin Youth Gone Wild. And Machine and Max Sinister are your new Rocket Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions.
I don't know. Man, not everyone, falls to the final level, bro. So.
And they weren't involved in the finish. They tried to get back
to. Somebody used the cheat code.
They found the cheat code, and the cheat code was idols.
Yeah.
They used that Konami code. Anyway, Sean Danger gave out beer. Damian Saint took the beer away. Also, water is wet.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you mean this water right here is wet?
Basically, also this water is also very much wet.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Learn something new every day.
And then we had the second of the double main events. And it is the Ryan Matthews versus Maximus Orion in the May the 4th Be With You Most Isley Street Fight. The Ryan Matthews came flanked by the Undeniable, or as you might know them, the Undeniable.
Undeniable, Nubby. All undeniable.
It's like if there was a Captain Crunch flavor, it'd be Oops, All Undeniable.
Oops, All Undeniable. Yeah, it's the Undeniable Oreo.
Yeah. And then Maximus came. Maximus came out flanked by Darth Vader and some stormtroopers. And their street fight went around the arena. At one point, Maximus threatened J-Beck, who apparently was trying to get physical with Maximus.
Okay, here's what I will say about that part, because again, I got to fucking watch the live stream on fucking Facebook. When you have to grab a microphone to make a statement to somebody who's sitting right in fucking front of you, it takes away from whatever you're fucking doing. Like, I get it. He wanted the crowd to fucking hear it. But it just, as soon as he did that, I'm like, oh, God, now it's pandering at that point. I fucking hated that he did that. Did not like it whatsoever. If they were to do something like that, fucking J-Beck should have been like on the other side of the ring, helping up the fucking hairless cat or some shit, and Maximus fucking telling him. But the fact that he was standing right there, it's just like, am I alone in this fucking idea? Like, it's kind of goofy, isn't it?
I mean, for what it was, I guess it was fine. I mean,
it just seemed goofy. It's just like they're yelling at each other face to face, and all of a sudden he goes and grabs a microphone, says it, puts the microphone back down. It's like, just yell it loud enough. I mean, there was a lull for a moment. People would have heard him if he fucking yelled. It just kind of takes away from it. It's just like, It's like being in a tag team match and you're about to go for a super kick, but you go and tell the camera guy, hey, catch this real quick, and then do the super kick. Same thing. It's just like, But But, whatever. I expect it from the Underfaker. It's whatever.
Now, Ryan also got shot with a Nerf gun, and Maximus, he's not a stormtrooper because he didn't miss that shot. And when they got back through the ring, what?
Stop. Explain that.
Stormtroopers are notorious for their bad aim.
Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ask Tom. He'll tell you.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, when me and him are having a beer from when I drive up north to some fucking where, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. So
I'm available that weekend. If he wants to do a live fourth Mother Box, I will be available that weekend. Saying it now.
Now, when they got back to the ring, there was a lightsaber duel in the ring that Maximus did come out the victor in. At that point, he started calling for the Tombstone Pile Driver and Undeniable surround Maximus. Sorry, Nubby, I can't resist.
Undeniable.
The Undeniable surrounded Maximus and hit a Shield-style triple power bomb on him through a table.
Yeah, but it wasn't just any table.
It was a door table.
No, it wasn't like.
Was it a?
From what I thought it looked like, I thought it was like a the fucking what the hell is it? The was a Han Solo frozen in bicarbonate or whatever the fuck it was.
Oh yeah, I got a text saying that they got Han Solo frozen in Malorganite in the ring.
Is it Malorganite? Bicarbonate. What the fuck is it?
No, it is carbonite, but Gabagool calls it Malorganite, and he's thinking of lawn care.
I think it was kind of like a remake of that. Like unless I'm looking at something that I thought isn't there, it looked like it was like I don't know, like a movie prop or whatever the fuck it is of, it's Han Solo, right? I did get the character right?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Yeah, so what I thought it was, and you could double check with Maximus, whoever the fuck was there, it looked like it was Han Solo frozen in carbonite that they modified into a table. I thought that was pretty cool. If that didn't happen and it was a plain old table, then I stroked out for 3 minutes and thought I saw something that wasn't there. But I'm pretty sure that it was that prop or a replica of that prop, which I thought was pretty cool. But yes, they did do the powerbomb through it.
They did do that. Saint chilled on the ring post, yelling instructions at the Undeniable. All of a sudden, the lights go out. And then, can you feel it? Can you feel it? Can you feel it? And Rion Skills has returned to Rocky Pro Wrestling.
How long was he gone for?
Since December.
Was it December? Yeah. Whenever Damien relieved him of his duties.
Yes, that was December.
Duties.
Duties.
Diarrhea. Yeah, it was cool because obviously you can't tell it was the old Rion because he came out to his old theme song.
Mm-hmm. And Tony Gabagool was
You're
like
welcome, by the way.
And Tony Gabagool was like Kevin Smith at the end of a movie.
Welcome. What?
Tony Gabagool was like Kevin Smith at the end of a movie. Just very, very emotional because that is his childhood hero.
Gotcha. Okay.
I was texted as such. I'm just saying.
Okay. Hey, I don't get the reference, but cool.
I'll show you later.
Please do.
And Rion took out every member of the Undeniable one by one. And as Ryan started yelling at Rion, Maximus threw Rion a Rolex, and Rion hit Ryan Matthews with the Rolex. Maximus defeats Ryan Matthews, and after the match, Maximus and Rion celebrate with the fans by doing the wave. And that was Rocket Pro Wrestling Kicks on 66. Now, if you miss Kicks on 66, they are showing a replay of the show at Hollywood Boulevard May 18th. Hollywood Boulevard is on 75th Street in Woodridge, Illinois. And they got a really stacked card for that replay of Kicks on 66. Turtle, you're in a match when they do the replay. So we'll get your thoughts on that next week and when we talk about
you know
the
what?
show.
I'm gonna probably be wrestling in two places at the same time.
Interesting.
Fucking way to go. Look at you, man. Fucking just like what's his fucking face? What the fuck is his name? Why am I blinking on his name?
Because you forgot his name. That's why.
WWF guy with the mustache.
There's it down. Hulk Hogan?
Fucking
Rick Rude.
yeah, there we go. Like Rick Rude when he was on the taped Raw, but he was on live WWE or WCW. Yeah.
I'll be on the taped Rocket Pro, but I'll be live at the Majestic
and Kankakee, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. SCW makes its return there May 18th, yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned to Rocket. Check out Rocket Pro's page for details on the Hollywood Boulevard showing of Kicks on 66. Will be a fun night. I will be there basically being RPW Joan Rivers on the red carpet talking with the stars. Telling Damian Gray's outfit looks like shit. It'll be great. That'll start, believe it's 6 o'clock. You know what? I'm going to look that up because I want to make sure I get things correctly here.
Yeah, and you're going to be the only LIM member there?
Simp will be there as well.
Okay. Well, you just said I will be there, so I wasn't quite sure.
Yeah, Simp will be there. 6 p.m. will be a meet and greet with the RPW stars. 7 o'clock, Kicks on 66 will be shown. Hollywood Boulevard, 1001 75th Street in Downers Grove.
Isn't Hollywood Boulevard or this place that the show is happening? Isn't that what kind of kicked off your issues all over again with Damian Gray when you guys were dicking around with his tag titles?
So that may have played a contributing factor in that.
But same place?
It is the same place.
Gotcha, yeah.
You know, at least there may or may not be a pose off there, but I don't think Double J will be there, so I think he'll be okay that day.
Gotcha.
It's the place where the magic happens.
Season finale of Rocket Pro Wrestling. So their next show is September, and what day is that?
September 7th.
7th.
Fall Brawl,
the return of the Rocket Rumble, which this time will be for the new Zero Gravity Championship, and there will also be a tag team title rematch between the 3 rings and the final level. Double main event. And the Nova Awards at Fan Axxess.
I'll be in that Battle Royal?
I'm going to be in the Battle Royal. I actually made an announcement in an interview recently.
I did that one.
That will be what? Played later this summer, maybe?
Coming soon to a Facebook near you.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which pretty much everything I said in the interview, I pretty much said here, but probably better.
True.
What do we got next week? SCW.
SCW, ARW Results, maybe some other shit.
CSW's the following week, the 24th. Yeah.
24th, and then IPWs that will be with that as well.
So next week we'll have SCW and ARW.
Yep.
Destination 6.
Destination 6. Okay.
Kill.
Yeah, Destination 6.
The fuck, are the Bulls entering? What the hell's going on?
No, I thought it was a picture, but it's a video.
Jesus.
I did double check it was the date, and it was a video. Shout out to Justice.
All right. Who's on the Power Hour this week?
Whiplash. From PCW.
There we go. Okay, cool. You guys got anything else wrestling related you want to talk about?
I want to talk. Well, I already talked about Danny, so we're good.
I have a little rant, but it's not necessarily wrestling related, but it can be.
Hey, go for it.
And this is a kind of a shoot, if you will. It's real life.
Go for it.
And I'm just going to be really brief and very vague about it.
Go for it.
If you know, you know. If you don't, oh well. Take the advice anyway.
There we go.
We'll just use the wrestling as an example. Yeah. You know, people have friends in this business, right? People talk to friends in parking lots, by cars, and people see said people talking, or maybe other things may be happening. Whether they are happening or not, whether they are just chatting, motherfuckers, if you see people doing things privately, keep it to your fucking selves and move the fuck on. Do not go around telling other people that you saw so-and-so doing whatever the fuck. Thank you.
Mind your P's and Q's and shut your ass. That's basically the long and short of it.
Yep.
Shut your ass.
Shout out to Deneen.
Okay. You feel better, Nubby?
For the most part, yeah.
Little weight lifted? That's glad I'm glad to hear
a
that.
little bit.
Awesome. Yeah, so next week we'll cover the results of ARW. We'll go over the match card for SCW at the Majestic. And I guess we're taking a break from Rocket Pro Wrestling over the course of the next 3 months. So I'm sure we'll just fill that fucking space with LIM shit.
Yeah, we got some plans, a movie coming out, so I'm sure there will be a lot to say.
That's another thing too, man. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you people, but when you're promoting a movie, why don't you promote an actual movie, not some made up bullshit that involves Christopher Walken or Robert De Niro or some goofy shit.
Okay, Gabagool was just freestyling in his own words.
I know.
You
had a moment to plug your shit, and nobody really knows what it's about. And you're just like, yeah, fucking some old actor who's irrelevant is fucking eating a piece of paper.
Don't talk shit about Christopher Walken.
Sure, okay, relevant. Cool. Name a movie he was in the last 5 years.
Hold on, let me go to IMDb.
Yeah, the last movie I remember him in is The Rundown with The Rock.
He's been in other stuff.
I don't remember it. Maybe fucking Wedding Crashers? Was that before that or
that
after
was
that?
Before. He was in Dune. He was just in Dune.
Never seen it.
Part 2, the one that just came out.
Never seen it.
So he was in a movie. I will make clear the Lovely Intoxicated Movie. We are not following the plot of the 2002 Disney film, The Country Bears. For the record.
What the fuck was that?
Gabagool was freestyling.
Gabagool's an idiot. I mean,
but he is a better idiot.
I mean, for the love of God, man, I was all excited for you to promote your shit, and instead you squandered the opportunity, man.
Here's what I can say about the Lovely Intoxicated Movie. All our podcasts that we're gonna do this summer,
make sure you follow
all the podcasts that you're gonna do this summer, all the vlogs that we're gonna do this summer, it's all going to tie into where everything is going.
Very MCU.
Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
So MCU like.
Basically.
Yeah.
So it's gonna suck?
No, it's gonna be very good.
Hey.
It's gonna be better than it's gonna be better than the MCU is now, but except for X-Men 97. X-Men 97 is fucking fantastic.
I don't like it.
You don't like it?
No.
Do explain. I want to hear this.
I started watching the old X-Men animated series, and then I started watching X-Men 97, and it's not as good, so it's just not appealing to me. I don't like the flamboyancy that they kind of presented the Gambit.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's cool that, again, they're kind of incorporating the Marvel Universe in it with non-mutant characters. But comparing it to the 90s X-Men, it's not the same. I don't hate it, but I
mean, here's what I will say. The one thing that I do like about it, because I was a fan of the original series.
Yeah.
It's a lot more adult than that original series.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, spoiler alert, there is a genocide in the show, which you would never see on Fox Kids. Like, there's people that are obviously like, oh, this is too political. Dude, X-Men has always been political.
Yeah.
That's literally the whole thing. Like, and that's the one thing I agree with Tom on. It's like, get out of here with that talk, because that's legit what that comic book is all about. Yeah. I mean, even if you went to Carter Comics, they would be able to tell you that. Yeah,
they got all the comics for it and everything. Yeah, it's when you can sit there and you can look at what the point of the what the hell am I thinking of? The representation of what everything is. Mutants, who are they in today's culture and shit like that. Mm-hmm. No, just for some reason it's just not as good. It's not horrible. It's not dog shit.
Right.
But it's just watching what it used to be to what it is now. I just don't like it. To me, they softened it up a bit. Regardless if it's more adult-like, it's just it's a little bit more pandering than what I like.
I see.
But that's a lot of the other shit everything nowadays is more pandering to, like, oh, we gotta make everyone fucking happy. Like, so we gotta make sure we don't cross too many fucking. It's not the worst fucking thing. I'll continue to watch it and finish it, but I think I got like I think I did finish it. They only got to one season, right?
Yeah.
So I'm caught up to everything that's out. If they put out more, then I'll watch it, because like I said, I mean, if all this shit incorporates itself into a future X-Men Avengers movie and shit like that, then I kind of want to know what they're doing. The one thing I don't get, I don't know. Anyways, it's not horrible. It's just compared to what it was, I prefer what it was. But Fourth Mother.
Yeah, I was gonna see what Nubby thought about it if you've watched it.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. Fourth Mother Box covers it pretty detailed, so make sure you check them out over at Spot. I watch them on Spotify. Nubby catches them on iTunes, and fucking Pacman puts it on in the background when he's webcamming with 900 girls. So
just mute it when Kyle talks. So.
Wait, no. Last time I had about 903 girls on that.
There we go. Yeah. So that toll-free call was ridiculous. Fucking Pacman looks like the kind of person that calls women in prison.
And that's the thing. Like, I watched the show Orange is the New Black, and it changed my worldview.
Right. Yeah. He fucking looks at this shit like that, and maybe I should, fucking change my gender. That's what they're doing in there? I'm on board.
Well, Donna's in the show.
Fucking Donna is in the show. And she is.
Yeah, from that 70s show.
Yeah, she gets it. Yeah, 70s fucked her up, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Anyways, wrestling.
Wrestling!
Anything else wrestling related we got? So what's the schedule for the podcast for the LIP then?
That will be coming out within the next couple weeks. The LIP Live was our season finale. We're going to take a couple weeks off of content. We didn't release a vlog for this show, but we're going to combine that with the vlog for the showing at Hollywood Boulevard, so that is completely purposeful. That will be the season finale of the Lovely Intoxicated vlog. The Lovely Intoxicated vlog, I can confirm, will come back around July 5th, around July 6th, after the Cubs game. So there will be, that's when season 2 will begin, and that is where I will say where we are going in this movie, that's where everything's going to start.
Awesome. Make sure you follow Lovely Intoxicated Podcast on YouTube or Lovely Intoxicated Men on YouTube. I don't know what the fuck it is. Follow it on YouTube. It's over there. Follow them on social media and shit. Again, follow the Power Hour, Fourth Mother Box, all part of FreakNet Studios. You can find their pages. If you just go to FreakNet Studios and go to the bottom of the feature, JFW, Power Hour, and 4MB is right there. So make sure you subscribe to all those, check all those out and everything. And follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, just by searching JFW Podcast or Just Figure Wrestling. And you can listen to us on audio wherever you listen to podcasts. Just search JFW, subscribe, rate, and review there. Or you can watch the video version of our podcast over on the JFW Podcast channel, over on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe and everything. That's all I got.
Time to
ring the bell on this episode.
Put the fucking title down. You don't need to fucking pick it up.
I'm getting it ready. I gotta say my name. I gotta say it.
Perfect. As always, I am Travesty.
And I am the undeniable Slayer, Nubby, the amazing turtle.
And I am the LIM beer drinking champion, the remaining LIM beer drinking champion. That's it.
And thank you for listening to another episode of Just for Wrestling, the JFW Podcast.